All right. What is good? What is good? What is good? Man, I feel like crazy because I cannot find my phone. But let's go ahead with this. I hope everything's well with everybody. Canelo looks like he's skipping out on what's going on, Donald? What's going on, Donald Grant? What's going on, man? Star City J in the building. What's happening with you? Wait for people to come in. I was running a little bit behind today. Jeff, the producer, what's going on, man? Big Chief Boxing in the New Orleans, Louisiana. What's good? Brothers UK, what's happening, man? Hope all is well with you. Outlaw Junior, what's good? Mr. 357, what's happening with you? DB, what's good? The Perfection, what's happening? Drew Titan, can't wait to have you back on the show this Sunday. What's going on? What's going on, Hyphy? Trick Nolte in the building. What's good? Junior Outlaw Junior. What's going on? Cool Breeze. Lawrence RBE. What's going on, man? Duke. What's happening? Mark Harrison. What's happening? DB. What's good? Obasi. What's happening? He said, what it is? Oh man, it's all good, man. Except for I think I took my car to the shop and I think I might have left my phone in my car. So I'm kind of like out real crazy because I can't call anybody for work. Like, it's real ugly. I just communicating versus email, and I feel like I know somebody has called me. What's going on, Shepherd King? Hands no Mishima, what's good? What's going on with you? Blino in, what's good? William Brunson, what's happening, man? Good to see you. I haven't seen you in a minute. Focus Ball, what's going on? Kennard Smith, Kenneth Brown, Joe T said, what's the deal with Crawford and his weight? Is it for the Canelo showdown? No, man, that is a colloquialism for he needs to the PBC, a cat named Tim Smith, who was I think he's a vice president of media relations. Hey, thank you very much, Midwest Boxing. He's the I think he's the vice president of media relations, something like that, with the PBC. And he said that Terrence Crawford needs to increase his profile. And, you know, that it for the Errol Spence Jr. fight, because Errol Spence has a bunch of people he can fight that are over at the PBC that have already fought the top competition in the welterweight division. And because the way that Terrence Crawford has been moved by Top Rank, you know, he doesn't have the profile that he should have. And I think what's going on, Marlon Swicey says, man, G5 Gabe, what's going on, man? Much appreciation in that super chat, man. Thank you very much, sir. I mean, and it's something that you don't like to hear. I don't like to hear because in the perfect world, all these guys would line up. All these guys would line up in the same gym and fight on the same evening. I would love if that's the case, but it'd be great for boxing fans, like the true boxing fans. But unfortunately, that's not how it works. So what Tim Smith is saying is pretty true, which is why I was pushing so hard. Well, I keep pushing hard and keep saying, man, fight Sean Porter. That will solve the problem. Because look, what's going on 4 divisions. Look, man, here's the thing. If we want to get the Terrence Crawford fight, right? Or just say Terrence Crawford really wants to fight Errol Spence Jr., which I believe he does. And you have a whole bunch of people in line to fight Errol Spence Jr., which there are, right? A whole bunch of people are in line to fight Errol Spence. Marlon Swicey Sims, what's good with you? And there's a lot of what's going on, Greg Woods, and there's a lot of people in line to fight Manny Pacquiao. There's a lot of people in line to fight Errol Spence Jr., right? And I think that that's fair to say. Sean Porter wants to fight Errol Spence Jr. Danny Garcia wants to fight Errol Spence Jr. I'm sure Ugas would love to fight him. Pretty much everybody at welterweight wants to either fight Errol Spence Jr. or Manny Pacquiao, because those are the guys that are doing the pay-per-views. Those are the guys that are bringing in the big money. So my thing is, if all these guys are waiting in line and Terrence Crawford is waiting in line too, then why doesn't Terrence Crawford fight some people that are in line so that way he can knock those people out of line? If he fought and beat Sean Porter, then the Sean Porter-Errol Spence rematch is pretty much out the window. If he fought Danny Garcia, then the Danny Garcia versus Manny Pacquiao or Danny Garcia versus Errol Spence Jr. thing is out the window. So I'm like, why don't you just Exactly. Trill Black, exactly, Black Fight Fan. The PBC is low-key giving Terrence Crawford a way in with that Porter fight. They are. It's a perfect way. It's a perfect way to go about doing it. You know, that's what. And suit. I mean, I don't think it's anything different than what Errol Spence Jr. had to do to get a shot at Sean Porter. Errol Spence had to go over to the UK and fight Kell Brook on the road to get a shot to get to the situation where he could even fight a Sean Porter. Matter of fact, Errol Spence had to beat Kell Brook. Now, ain't this crazy? Errol Spence had to beat Kell Brook and Mikey Garcia to get a fight with Sean Porter. and that's the truth. That's what happened. But by knocking Kell Brook off, by knocking Mikey Garcia off, by knocking, who did he fight at? He fought that after Mike Garcia, and he had beaten, and the other people he beat, he put the guy in the situation, he put everybody in a situation where it's like, look, man, don't nobody even care about seeing you guys fight. We just want to fight. We want to see Errol Spence Jr. fight. And as a result of that, Sean Porter wound up fighting Errol Spence. I mean, I think the same thing. Yeah, he fought Peterson too. Exactly, Marcus Walls. So it's the same thing. If you're not in a situation to where people have to try to make a fight with you, you got to knock the people off that are in line. You knock the people off that are in line, and then what else is there to do? Same thing happened with say Kell Brook, Lamont Peterson, Chris Algieri, Leonard Bundu, all those guys. But so you look at Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder wanted to fight Anthony Joshua, and they were straight up giving Deontay Wilder the cold shoulder with all kind of fake offers, low offers, fake offers, low fake offers. You know what I mean? Just all kind of nonsense. So he had to knock the other guys off. And he was like, okay, well, since you don't want to fight, being AJ, don't want to fight Luis Ortiz, I'll knock him off. You know what I mean? I'll knock him off. So he knocked off Luis Ortiz. And then he dug up Tyson Fury out of the grave and again had an exciting fight with him. So now then he backed it up twice so now Deontay Wilder's in a situation where the guy that he wanted to fight that wouldn't fight him doesn't have anybody else to fight and no real way to get out of a Deontay Wilder fight. Yeah, it took Errol, exactly, Black Fight Fan. It took Errol 2 years to get a title shot. What Charlo turned down, Canelo get it right? No, he didn't. Get out of here, man. That's some cornball. See, like this Max idiot just said, okay? Just like this Max idiot just said. That's some of the things that Deontay Wilder had to overcome with Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn saying, oh, I made you an offer. I called your office, but you didn't answer the phone. Like, hey, are you there? Oh, didn't answer the phone. At least I called. It's on my caller ID. It's on my phone record. I called him. Now I called him at 3:00 in the morning when I knew he was on vacation. But hey, I called him, so I made the offer. Man, please, if Canelo Alvarez really wanted to fight Jamal Charlo, he could make him an offer now. He could make him an offer now. What's the holdup? Why would you say, well, I made him an offer, he turned it down, so the ship has sailed? Zach, he sent you an offer on Instagram. Not even that, dude. He just didn't. Look, man, let's just get out of here. Because why would you believe that if you wanted the fight? It's not. Jamal Charlo is still he's the WBC champion now. There's a belt in it for Canelo. Why don't you just offer him a fight now? That's easy. Oh, but see, listen to what Oscar De La Hoya is saying. Oscar De La Hoya is saying, oh, we made him an offer. I don't know. I'll listen. John, idiot, I'll talk to you later. Just, stay put with your foolishness. I'll get to your foolishness. Okay. If he wanted to make the offer to him, he could just make another offer to him. He could just make another offer to him now. That's easy. But for you to say, oh, well, I made an offer to somebody, I don't remember who I made the offer to. I know it wasn't to Jamal Charlo specifically. Yeah, you got hidden. Anyway, I know that I didn't make it to him specifically. I made it to somebody, but that ship has sailed because somebody who whose name I can't remember, and when I did it, I can't remember. That ship has sailed though. But yet he's moving. Yet, if the reports are true, he's considering fighting at 160 against the WBA regular champion. He won't. And by the way, how many ships have sailed? Okay, he won't fight. What the fuck is this? Hold on. How many? What is going on, man? This is the heck. Actually, man, let me give me 1 second, man. I gotta go to my page and I gotta watch this on my page because for some reason this thing is really, really going slow. Okay. Oh man, Black Fight fans supporting big time today, man. I appreciate you, man. Said it took Errol 2 years to get into the PBC championship group of Danny Garcia, Keith Thurman, and Porter. He worked to be an elite. So did Sean and Keith. Yeah, exactly. Just got to go through it, man. But on to this, you just got to go through it. Now, as far as the guy that said that I don't ever say anything nice about Terrence Crawford, man, I've called Terrence Crawford number one pound for pound fighter on at least 15 videos, and in at least 15 different live streams, man. Okay, I don't know how many different ways I can say that he's my number one pound for pound fighter in the world. Now, if that isn't something positive about Terrence Crawford, I don't know what to do, man. Okay, but you guys want sycophants or something, And but plus, I know guys like you. You're really not a Terrence Crawford fan. You're just a troll. You're just a troll out here trying to start some shit and say something negative. You're being disrespectful to Crawford. Crawford always number one. I just said that. Being disrespect. First of all, I don't have to respect. First of all, let me get this shit straight. I don't have to respect Terrence Crawford. What the fuck? What rule does it? I didn't disrespect him by saying, "Hey, man, fight Sean Porter." What's disrespectful about that? I'm telling you the truth. I know that ain't 78. Man, what kind of troll do I got going? You got a very persistent troll in the channel today, man. Got a very persistent little troll here, huh? By the way, it's shoot on sight for all trolls. See him and get rid of him. Okay? Because somebody is feeling encouraged because you guys must be being too nice to these guys. So you see a troll, blast a troll up out of here, man. Immediately. Man, I don't know what is going on with my chat, man. I can't move it up and down. Okay, here you go. But this is better. Damon, after a while, you can't keep defending Crawford because he's got to fight another great fighter. Pretty much, man. Wiki Brown, personally, I hate Charlo's fighting style. Very one-dimensional. What's one-dimensional about Charlo's fighting style? Winning? Hey, man, you can't. I know it's not 78 because 78 is a moderator, man. This is the same. It's the same guys out here, man. It's probably one of them fucking idiots. It's just some idiots, man. I'm trying to time out the trolls, but it ain't working. Oh, DB, because you don't have a wrench. Because DB, because you don't have a wrench. Okay, let me see. Man, we all love Bud, but he got to fight a true diehard boxing fans would have him square off with Porter. Yeah, like why not? Just fight Porter and end it. Fight Sean Porter and end it. And then you don't have any type of issue, man. What's going on? D Bevel the chat, man. Much love in that super chat. And my man Black Fight fan. And my man Black Fight fan is holding it down, man. I just sorry that man I've been missing Trill because I had a really big heavy workload lately. I saw hard worker. I like Crawford, but there is food on the table and he needs to eat. Yeah, man, just make it happen. And he's telling that dude, he's giving you a way to do it, man. Just like, man, look, I give people advice sometimes, man, on how to get, like, if you're at work, if you have a job and you get performance reviews, the best way to get a really good performance review on a job, do the following, and I guarantee you will get an excellent performance review. Excellent performance review, okay? If anybody has somebody doing performance reviews for them, what you do is to get an excellent performance review, it works every time. Go up to the guy that is going to give you a performance review, or the woman that's going to give you a performance review, and say, hey, I know that you're going to give me a performance review, and it's out of 5, 1 out of 5. What do I have to do to get a 5 on my performance review? And they say, well, you need to do A, you need to do B, you need to do C, you need to do D. And then you say to them, okay, I just want to make sure I understand this. If I want to get a good score on my performance review, so I need to do A, I need to do B, I need to do C, I need to do D. And the person repeats back to you, yes, that's what you need to do. Then you walk away and you go do it. And when you do it, before the performance review actually before it's time for them to give you your performance review, and several times in between, you walk up to them and say, hey, you said I need to do A, B, C, and D. I've done A, B, C, and D. They say, yes, you've done A, B, C, and D. Okay, since I did A, B, C, and D, then I should be getting a 5 on my performance review, right? And then they will say, they have to say yes. They have to say yes. Because if they say anything else, then they have not done their job. Because they told you what you needed to do. You did it. You deserve the review. It's not complicated. And that might be difficult to do the things that they ask. But if you do the things that they ask, then you get the report that you should get. That's just how you go about doing it. And if you do that, you will get a good performance review every time. You will get it every time. I'm telling you, I've broken entire review systems doing that because people didn't want to give the high review, but they had no choice because it was documented what they said you needed to do. And once they documented it, was it. So what Tim Smith did is say, you need to have a fight against a top profile welterweight. That's what Tim Smith said. So so he works for the PBC, at least in the court of public opinion, Terrence Crawford could say, okay, yeah, the guy from the PBC, they said fight somebody that's a top welterweight. I beat Sean Porter, so consequently there should be no more conversation. Put Errol Spence Jr.'s name on the contract and let's make it hot. But that's not what Bud wants to do. What Bud wants to do, Bud wants to say, no, I'm going to do what I want to do. I don't care about what you think. I'm going to fight whoever I want to fight. And okay, well, you do that, then you're not going to get an Errol Spence Jr. fight anytime soon. Chris Brown said you always need to get it in writing in black and white, in my opinion. Yeah, absolutely. But sometimes the whole conversation that you have, though, is enough a lot of times. Because if you talk to somebody in just passing, and you're just sitting down with a meeting and asking them, your performance review criteria should be written down. But if you're just having a conversation with somebody about what you do, if I did this, then this happens, 9 times out of 10, they're going to keep their word. You know what I mean? And plus, if they want you to do well, and they really, because a lot of the people that are doing your performance review for you need you to do the things that they want you to do. The PBC they ain't allergic to money. You know what I'm saying? They ain't allergic to money. Al Heyman ain't allergic to money. Errol Spence ain't allergic to money. They ain't trying to turn no money down. So by building his profile, makes the fight bigger. And so I would take him at their word that they really do want to make big fights because they make big fights. If you've not noticed, the PBC has made some of the biggest fights in boxing of this century. They're not allergic to making big fights. So I would just take them at their word. Okay, you say that's the case, I'll do it. And if you don't do what I said after what you said, then we know you full of it. But then Bud wins though, because Bud has built his profile and he can take that somewhere else. What's going on, Ron Sportsman Lee? Rob Sportsman Lee? Yeah, confirmation through conversation. Yeah. I mean, look, but that's what it is. You just gotta do. The zone is a disgrace to boxing. Shake my head. I mean, it's not a disgrace to boxing. Oh, Jesus Christ. Here you come starting this. Ron, when Clarissa Shields was moving down in weight from 168 in order to make the fight with Breakus, that's not true. Why would Breakus move down to 140 instead of moving up to 154 to gain the fight? That's, first of all, the first part that you said is not true. I never heard that she moved down in weight to fight Breakus. You're just making that shit up. Where did she say I'm moving down in weight to fight Breakus? If she is moving down in weight to fight Breakus, she'd be moving down to 147. You guys just don't do the stupid shit with me, okay? She moved down in weight to make bigger fights, because if she said she wanted to make weight, she wanted to win divisions in 3 weight divisions. So she moved down and made fights in 3 weight divisions. That's what she said she was going to do. That's what she did. If she was going to move down to fight Cecilia Breakus, she'd be moving down to 147. Fuck you guys. What the fuck you talking about, man? Just making shit up. IML, what's going on, man? Salute, keep up the great work. Hey, man, I appreciate you, man. Thank you. Yeah, exactly, man. Look, dude, what's going on, Brian Pinson? She came at Shields, keep talking. Man, stop that shit. Look, man, here's the thing. Shut the fuck up talking to me about Cecilia Breakus. And about Clarissa Shields. You fucking morons will just defend you just say any type of shit. Just go the fuck away, okay? Pull her panties out your fucking mouth and kick fucking rocks, okay? I'm sick of you, okay? First of all, the only thing that I said about her was I didn't think she deserved to be called the greatest woman of all time. I still don't. That's my opinion. You have yours. Take your ass out the room with her. Just go sniff her panties. Get the fuck out of my face. I'm not trying to hear it, okay? I'm not trying to hear it. Guys get on my nerves with that shit. Then you bring up all these ridiculous shit like you're telling me that she moved down in weight to fight Cecilia Breakus. So why won't Cecilia Breakus move up? The question is, if Clarissa Shields can move down to fight somebody, why can't Cecilia Breakus do the same thing? She didn't move up to fight somebody, she moved down. But so Cecilia Breakus moves down, and there's something wrong with her moving down. Why? If Clarissa Shields wants to move down to 154 pounds or 147 pounds to fight Cecilia Breakus, what is wrong with Cecilia Breakus moving down to 140 to fight Katie Taylor? She's literally would be doing the same thing that Clarissa Shields is doing, but you find fault with Cecilia Breakus doing it, but you don't find fault with Clarissa Shields doing it. Stop being a hypocrite, okay? You're literally saying what's good for the goose is not good for the gander. What is good for Clarissa Shields is not good for Cecilia Breakus. You're being a hypocrite. Or you're saying, oh, well, and which is why I'm calling you stop sniffing her drawers, is you think that the world revolves around Clarissa Shields. I'm not in the mood for this crap today, man. I'm not in the mood. Go away with me on that. I'm stick very specifically what I said. Clarissa Shields said that found fault in Cecilia Breakus moving down in weight. The possibility, because by the way, the fight's not even made. The possibility that Cecilia Breakus could move down one weight class to fight Katie Taylor that's moving up. When she moved down a weight class to fight, when she just moved down 2 weight classes and fought somebody that moved up. It's just hypocrite. It's literally having 2 different standards for two standards for 2 people. And I point that, and by the way, I point that stuff out a lot. Email us. I'm not emailing you. Who the fuck are you? Why would I email you? Man, go away. First of all, it's probably not you, but let me assure you, I have the guy that you're faking about. I ain't got no interest in talking to him. I don't talk to people that troll. I don't do that. Okay, I'll talk to people I disagree with. I'll talk to people that I disagree with 100 miles an hour because because there's a lot of cats in the LDVC that do not agree with me on my take about this. Man, don't time that dude. I'll just throw him out, man. I ain't no time for that. I ain't got no time for that dude. Please. I have no time. I got no time for that, man. None. Okay? None. For that foolishness. That guy don't even have content. No, it's not him. It's just somebody that's trolling. It's the same guy that's been kicked out multiple times. And you wonder, and people wonder why we keep a lot of moderators. So for the people that don't know, if you see what's going on here, that's why we keep a lot of moderators. Because we got a lot of children that like to jump in here, man, and talk crazy. Garcia's not deserving of a fight with Spence, in my opinion. Why isn't he? I think he's fine. They all deserve fights, man. In my opinion, they've all deserved fights. Danny Garcia. Danny Garcia is he's a former welterweight champion. He's a former 140-pound champion. I think he might have been unified at 140 pounds. But no, man, I think he deserves a fight. I think Terrence Crawford deserves an Errol Spence Jr. fight. I think they all deserve to fight each other. All of those guys have done enough to deserve a fight. You're never going to hear me say that I don't think Terrence Crawford deserves a fight. You know what I mean? Because I'm not unlike what some of you guys think. I'm not disrespecting Terrence Crawford. I want to see the fight. But in order to make the fight, dude, Terrence Crawford's got to do a little more. He's got to do more at 147 pounds than he's been doing. You know what I mean? If this was at 140 pounds, you know, when Terrence Crawford was at 140 pounds, then shoot, man, everybody would have to come to the throne to talk to Terrence Crawford because he was the man at 140 pounds. But when he moved to 147 pounds, it's just, you know, it's not the case, man. You know, it's not the case. He needs to fight somebody of significance in order to separate himself, man. In order to separate himself from Sean Porter and Danny Garcia. He can't separate himself from Manny Pacquiao. Now, I mean, but by beating Sean Porter, he immediately separates himself from Sean Porter. He separates himself from Danny Garcia. He separates himself from Keith Thurman. He separates himself from Ugas. He just separates himself from the pack in 147 by doing that. You know, and if he was able to beat Sean Porter convincingly or more convincingly than Errol Spence Jr. did, then you really have people saying, look, man, hey, man, we need to see this Errol Spence Jr. Terrence Crawford fight now. Okay. But because, I mean, I really do believe that Errol Spence Jr. would fight him whenever, and those guys would make that fight. But the problem is that neither Errol Spence or Terrence Crawford in and of themselves have the ability to make a fight. They have to work with the PBC to get that fight done. Have to. Because the PBC is the one with the contract with Fox. So if they don't work together, if they don't really don't want to do it and are really like, oh, no, we're not. We need you to, hey, we want you to fight this guy or this guy or this guy. We're going to lose money if we do Terrence Crawford because we got to split the purse with ESPN or whatever argument that they would have for that. Errol Spence has to have conversations with those people to overcome that argument. Now, if Terrence Crawford, Amir Khan had done if it had done 300,000 pay-per-view guys, then I don't think we'd be having a conversation. But unfortunately, there are rumors that it did under 100,000, right? And there is word that Terrence Crawford did 50,000. So it's just like I would like Terrence Crawford to be able to have the opportunity to do something that separates himself from the pack. But a lot of people think that's me hating. It's not me hating. What's going on, St. Cruising? It's really me wanting to see the fight and trying to do what I can because I can't do much, obviously. I said he was unified. Stanfield said he's unified at 140. Yeah, man, just get the trolls out of here, man. I don't know what you guys, I don't know what you guys do. What do oh, hell no, hold on. Woolbag, you killing me, man. You said, what do Terrence Crawford, Tupac Shakur, Clarissa Shields, and the New York Peace all have in common? Let me see. Terrence Crawford. They've got a lot of very active fans. They got a lot of fans that want to harass me. Okay, how about that? Yeah, that's what they all got. They all have fans. They all have fans who will not respect my opinion. Okay. I know what you're trying to get me to say, Woolbag. It ain't working. It ain't working. Said it's a rumor, not a fact. Yeah, it's a rumor. I agree. It's definitely a rumor. All this stuff is a rumor, man. Dang, I forgot to listen to something all the way through. Forgot to say something, listen to something all the way through. Air's mistake was giving Khan $7 million and losing his ass. Man, I don't know why they would. I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know what happened with that. That Amir Khan thing. I don't get that because he could beat Amir Khan. At least he wasn't going to lose to Amir Khan. You know what I mean? No, I do not hate any of them. Those are all, do not be out here lying on me. I do not dislike any of them. First of all, of the list that Bullbag laid out, of the list that he laid out, where did Bullbag go, man? Where'd Bullbag go? Listing all the things he thinks I hate. I know that's the answer he was looking at. Is really all right. New York pizza is overrated. It doesn't suck. Okay, I think it sucks, but really, it's just really overrated. It doesn't suck. It's not like reheating. It's not like reheating 7-Eleven pizza. Okay, that sucks. Like pizza that tastes halfway decent when you get it hot at Pizza Hut. I mean at 7-Eleven. If you take that same pizza home, uncooked, and stick it in a microwave or stick it in an oven, it will be terrible. Okay, you gotta make it, and if you eat it cold, it's terrible. So that's terrible. New York pizza is just not what it's hyped up to be. Okay, Tupac. There are some Tupac songs that are great. I just am not going to get on my knees at the altar of fucking Tupac. Okay, shit's not happening. I will tell you though, of the people that I like, that I didn't know I was gonna like, I like Nipsey Hussle. Okay, I listen to Nipsey Hussle because I'm at a gym working out, and I keep hearing Nipsey Hussle, and I was like, I like Nipsey Hussle. Now, rest in peace, Nipsey Hussle. I see what the big deal is in Nipsey Hussle. Tupac, I don't know, man. So that's the Tupac thing. But I know that he's good. Okay, there are songs that are good. He's a talented guy. All right. I'm just not gonna, like y'all, I'm not gonna worship the dude. The fact that grown men the same age as him worship him is something that's just funny to me. Okay, I just can't do it. All right. So that's that. Terrence Crawford, I said he's the number one pound for pound fighter in the world. He just needs to fight Sean Porter. That's it. That's all I'm saying. Fight Sean Porter. Okay. Clarissa Shields, excellent fighter, 2-time Olympic gold medalist, is a very, very good fighter. I've made a bunch of pro Clarissa Shields videos. You can go back and look at the videos that I did about Clarissa Shields last year. I did a bunch of solid videos about her, a bunch of complimentary videos about her. But when she started adopting this quote thing, I'm like, I don't buy it. Okay, I know you're marketing yourself. I just don't buy it. Okay, I just don't buy it. But then her fans like that are, and you guys, I think it's the same dude. I think y'all the same dudes. Y'all the same grown men that worship Tupac are the same grown ass men and around Clarissa Shields. Dog, the word hypocritical has a dictionary definition. Okay? Stop messing with me, man. But I like her. Tupac for life, man. Cats be on me about that Tupac for life. Ronald Figley said, good music for 9. Tupac for life. I know it's good music. I know it's good. I know he's good. He's very good, actually. He's not just kind of good. He's very good. Why is Bud pound for pound? Hey, Daniel Stan says, salute to you for now for doing your thing, brother. I appreciate you, man. It ain't easy sometimes, dog. It ain't easy. Thank you, Woolbag. Said, I'm convinced Shields destroys Breakers, but she contradicted herself. It's not contradicting herself. It's being hypocritical. It's just being hypocritical. You can't, I guess that's it is a contradiction. So you're right, Woolbag. It is being contradictory. Now you think she destroys her, that's fine. She's a 168-pound fighter. And here's another thing that I didn't point out, but since you guys keep harassing me, I'm gonna point it out anyway. She said that her being at 160, that Breaker said this. Clarissa Shields being a 168-pounder is a problem. Her size is a problem. That's what she said. Her size is a problem. Okay? Now, do we all know how rehydration works? Clarissa Shields gets down to 154 at the weigh-in the day before. She's going to be back at 168 pounds. She's going to be back to that by the time the fight happens. Okay? So she isn't any smaller a person than when Cecilia Breaker said she fights to, what she's saying is she's 3 weight classes higher than me. She's 3 weight classes higher than me. And she's still somebody that can fight 3 weight classes up higher than her. Just because Jaime Munguia weighed in at 154 pounds when he fought Saddam Ali, does the next day they both weighed in at 154 pounds. The next day, one weighed 175 and the other one weighed 156. Okay, so she has already said that she's too big for her. She said it, and Clarissa Shields acknowledged that she said it. And it's true. She's a 168-pounder, and you got it to a 147-pounder. Why wouldn't she be able to win, even though that ain't guaranteed? But there's no such thing as the greatest of all time. Not Ali, not Jordan, not Tupac. Well, first of all, you're probably right, but at least it's Ali's name. Okay? At least it's Ali's actual alias. The greatest of all time. It is not something that he hijacked from somebody else. Okay? But at least he's in the argument. At least you can say, okay, who is the greatest of all time? Let's come up with a list of the people we believe you can make a decent argument for. You can make a decent argument for Muhammad Ali. You can make a decent argument for God dog. Where is this? Sam Langford. You can make a decent argument for Sam Langford. You can make an argument for somebody else. In women's boxing, dog, it's real hard to make an argument for somebody that got 10 fights. Okay? It's real hard to make an argument, a reasonable argument for somebody with 10 fights. Okay? Because you lose in your 12th and it all goes bye-bye. Okay? If you lose in your 12th fight, it all goes bye-bye. All right? If you never fight 30 fights, it all goes bye-bye. Okay? It all goes bye-bye. At least I think, at least that's my take on it, man. Yeah, exactly. Chris Brown said, unless he had 50 fights. Yeah, you can make an argument for Ray Robinson. You can make an argument for a lot of people. You can make an argument for Floyd Mayweather Jr. As weak as that argument could be, because he's too little in my book. But hey, man, you know, I think if you're the greatest boxer, they're all boxers. And you should be able to win and beat any other boxer to be considered the greatest boxer. But that is my rule, okay? In order for you to be the greatest boxer, you should be able to beat any boxer that you name. You should be able to beat. You shouldn't be like, I'm the greatest boxer, but no, I can't beat Mike Tyson. Yeah, I'm the greatest boxer ever. No, I can't beat Evander Holyfield. Yes, I'm the greatest boxer, and I can name 30, 40 people you can't beat. Because I can name 30, 40 people that Floyd Mayweather Jr. could not beat. I promise you. 30, 40 people that Floyd Mayweather Jr. ain't got a snowball's chance in hell of beating. Okay, so it's hard for me to get my head around him being the greatest of all time if I can think, ooh, Ali'd stop him in one. Foreman would stop him in. He might get knocked out. He might get knocked out by if George Foreman blows on him too hard. I don't think he can beat Deontay Wilder. He can't beat Anthony Joshua. He can't beat Andy Ruiz. He can't beat Bob Foster. He wouldn't be able to beat, you know, and I could just go on and on and on and on and on. So for me, it's hard for me to get my head around you being able to be the greatest of all time. It's just difficult. Like Deontay Wilder could make an argument. Oh, I could beat anybody that ever walked into the ring. I could beat him. Anybody. Really? Anybody, Deontay? Yeah, anybody. Because if I hit anybody, they're gone. Okay? If I hit anybody, they're gone. I don't care who it is. If I land a punch on them going night-night, I can win. I can beat anybody in history. If Deontay Wilder said that, you'd have to be like, and think about it. Right? It's not unreasonable for Deontay Wilder to say, or for somebody to say they believe Deontay Wilder could beat Mike Tyson. That's not unreasonable. It's not impossible. But if you tell me that you think Floyd Mayweather Jr. was beating Mike Tyson, I think you need to go to a hospital really quick. Okay? Real quick. Because something's going wrong with you. You know what I mean? So that's my thing is. Ali admitted what? What's the problem? Ali admitted what, man? That Ali said he can't prove it, man. Of course you can't prove it. But hey, he said, I must be the greatest. I must be the greatest. But he's got a reasonable argument for it at the least. I think Clarissa Seals is saying that because she feels she could beat every woman in the history of boxing with her mindset. Okay. And I never had an argument with her ability to say it. I just have what's going on, Mahari's Nation? I just have a problem with whether or not it's true or not. Okay? I don't have any problem with Clarissa Seals saying it. Knock yourself out. I don't agree. I don't see the logical argument for that, man. Okay, I don't see that. Muhammad Ali beat Sonny Liston. Okay, I am the greatest because he beat Sonny Liston. Okay, Sonny Liston as a huge underdog at a very early age after winning his Olympic gold medal, and for the numbers that I like to rub in y'all Anthony Joshua people's face. Before he had a belt, he fought in front of 80,000 people at Wembley Stadium. What was AJ doing before he had a belt? Did AJ ever fight in the non-title belt in the UK and fight in front of 80,000 people? I don't think he did. Because wasn't Klitschko the first one at Wembley? Let me see. That's something Ali did. He must be the greatest. Hold on. Let me see. What is this boy's name? Anthony Joshua. But look, man, but as far as the trolls go, look, man, Black Fight Fan TV probably want to body slam me for what I say about Clarissa Shields. But still, man, it's a respectful conversation. I respect the dude. He respects me. It's all fun. It's all good. Woolbag, I know Woolbag is a motherfucker that flattened my tire last week. I know his ass found me and stuck a knife in my tire. But hey, man, on YouTube, it's real respectful. It's all good, you know? Let me see. Yeah, man, 0202 Manchester Arena. Yeah. Oh, he did fight Matt. He was on the undercard at the Wembley Stadium against Matt Legg in his back in 2014. So he was on the undercard on that one. But no, his first fight at Wembley Stadium was Vladimir Klitschko, and that was against Vladimir Klitschko for a world championship. Muhammad Ali fought in front of 80,000 people at Wembley, headlining it against a UK dude. God, I always forget his name. The guy that knocked him down. And that was not for a belt, by the way. What's going on, Mike Williams? Hey, CJ said, I went back and did my research on Henry Armstrong was a monster in the ring. I told you. All day, man. Island Blooded Boxing Guru said, I think she beats most boxers that are fighting right now in all weight classes. Yeah, I'd agree with that. I think Clarissa Shields can. I do think Clarissa Shields has the ability to beat anybody boxing. I do. I do believe that's the truth. Absolutely do. I think that at heavy, the woman that moved down from heavyweight, I think Clarissa Shields could probably beat her. Jimenez, the one with whether it's questionable whether or not she's a dude or not, I think she could beat Jimenez. You know, I think it would be, now that's a big ass girl, just like the woman Cruz, I can't remember what her name is, the woman with the weave that popped off. That's a big ass girl too. Like, they're bigger than Clarissa Shields is. Bigger, they're bigger. Those are girls that are getting down from over 200 pounds. They're coming down from over 200 pounds. That's a big girl. Those are big girls. But everybody in 168, she's already proved. I don't think there really are any fighters at cruiserweight and 175. So she's already proven that she probably can beat everybody. And so she in boxing. I really wouldn't put any major amount of money on anybody to beat Clarissa Shields. The chick can fight. However, you know, y'all can just, hey, stop trying to pressure me into believing everything that's said. Okay, by default, she should. What's going on, Valdecris? I haven't seen you in a minute. She should be in the conversation. I mean, you could put her in the conversation for the greatest female fighter of all time. You could put her in the conversation. I mean, but what Cecilia Brækhus has done, dog, to put her over Cecilia Brækhus is really, man, that's real tough, dude. It's just such a hard argument for you to make, man. It really just falls on his face. And if people don't know one thing about me, I really do look at the strength. I might support a fighter because I really do like a fighter and I want a fighter to do well. But the things that I say, I really do weigh very carefully the rationale behind what I say. Okay. And if it doesn't make any, if it's really hard to pitch, I'm not going to say it. Okay. If it's real hard to pitch, I'm not going to say it. Because it's like, yeah, I really, really, really like Clarissa Shields. But if I go around saying that I think she's the greatest woman of all time, then I'm going to have some troll come on my channel and start making an argument with me that I can't get out of. And I'm never giving them trolls that shit. Never. Okay. You bums will never get that out of me. Ever. Okay. I will eat crow about being wrong about something before I will lay out something that you monkeys can use. Because that's why you keep losing. Because you just come up with what you think you want to be the case and will say anything that will allow you to keep running your mouth. You guys confuse, some of you bums, you guys are bums, man. You guys are straight bums. You guys are intellectual bums. I mean, you're bums, okay? Y'all want to say Deontay Wilder fights bums. Y'all are bums, okay? Intellectually, logically speaking, with your effective use of logic and reason, you guys are bums. Because you just sit there and think that the louder that you talk, the more insulting that you are, And the longer you talk, the longer, louder, and more insulting that you are, that somehow that means that what you're saying is any rational, it makes sense to you. But whether or not it is actually has any sound logic backing it up, you guys fall on your face every time. And the only people that would think similar to somebody that plays high school basketball, thinking that the guy on their team is the best player ever because you've never seen anybody in the NBA. You guys think because these monkeys running around bumping their lips and contradicting themselves in every other sentence is somehow making sense because they agree with you. You guys are bums, man. Bums. Okay? Bums. Intellectually, you're trash. Just trash. Like, dang, there's some people that are really good I don't agree with, but at least I'm like, okay, yeah, let me make sure I don't step the wrong way. Okay? Because if I step the wrong way, they will see how I step the wrong way and they might be able to get something. But y'all are bums. I mean, I could just you guys are bums. That's why you have to resort to trolling. Bums. Bums. Daniel Stanley said, ask Lori. No, it's not. It's not, dude. It's not. It's not. There are not people you do not. First of all, that's not what that education is about. Okay. That education could be about making an art, I'm not going to get into that. That's not what the education is about necessarily. Okay. It helps you. But logic is something that came with the universe. Logic is something that came with the universe. Okay. You can see these things. You can see when somebody's being hypocritical. You can see when they're applying one argument, when they're applying a standard to one person, but then not applying it to another person because you see the standard. No, that is just some intellectual flexibility. That's intellectual agility. That's some amount of being able to see the structure in things and not just the result that you want. Do you know what I mean? It's like looking at intellectual fundamentals. You just breaking all the rules. You're breaking all the rules, and what you're trying to do is you're trying to appeal to my emotion. And you're trying to appeal to people's sense of humor and placate their feelings. Logic came with the universe, man. And it can be applied independent of the person. You take all the names out of it, and it's right there. Person one went to the store, did not have money, and said, I will pay you back tomorrow. Right? To the cashier. Person A goes to the store, says, I don't have my money. I'll pay you back tomorrow. Okay? The cashier says, okay, sure, no problem. Come back tomorrow and you can pay me. Okay? Person B goes to the same store, buys the same thing, says to the same cashier, I don't have my money. I will pay you back tomorrow. And the cashier says, no, I'm not going to do that for you. Other things being equal, those are two different, that's the same facts, but a different decision from the cashier. If the cashier would do it for one person, why wouldn't he or she do it for another? You don't need a name on the person to see that he applied two standards, one for person A and one for person B. And if all things were equal, if all other things are equal, he's being a hypocrite, right? Or he's doing something maybe not unfair is the wrong word, but you get my point. You don't need names for that. You know it because it's the two same set of facts. Same thing. That's what I was saying about Clarissa Shields when Clarissa Shields said, why would Cecilia Brækhus move down to fight Katie Taylor? Why would you move down? If you move down, is that to take the easier route? Well, then if that's the case, then Clarissa Shields, didn't you just move down? Are you taking the easy route? Is there somebody 170 at heavyweight or somebody at 170 or 168 that you didn't want to fight? Maybe Jimenez. Is it because you want to take an easier route than Jimenez? That's not me hating. That's just basic. That's just basically applying the same rule to two different sets of facts. What's going on, Ken Stafford? Seeking Dow said that zip up slick for nine. Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate that, man. He said hateful bums. Valdica said one eye is simple for nine, stands on facts, and his foundation is the troll standing on emotion. Yeah, man, these guys stand on emotion, and honestly, they also try to appeal. Some of these guys really ain't trying to have a conversation, you know? Some of these guys aren't really trying to have a conversation. They're like little kids that just want to, you know, they just want to throw. Like a lot of these guys, they really do just want to throw spitballs. They just want to throw spitballs at the chalkboard. Those are just guys acting like little kids, you know. That's my take on those guys. But as far as like the people that really hold conversations, I mean, these guys, they're not that bright, which is definitely a possibility that they're not that bright and they don't see it. Okay, because the only things are you either don't see that or you're not that bright. Or you're doing it to be manipulative or you're just not that bright. I'm happy with either answer. I can work with either answer. Okay. Or you're marketing somebody. If you're marketing for somebody, understand that's your job. That's what you're doing. You know what I mean? If that's what you're doing. Let me see. Fans for seconds. Salute Fanon, the Don, Corleone. Salute Kings and Queens. Yes. Oh, and also, I took a little bit of a poll. Guess who agrees with me about my take on Clarissa Shields? I had a certain percentage of women that left comments about Clarissa Shields on video that I did about my take on what I said about Clarissa Shields. Women. What percentage of the women do you think agreed with me, and what percentage of the women do you think disagreed with me? Because I was called a misogynist and a racist this morning. I was called, no. I wasn't called a racist. I was called a coon this morning. Yes, I was. I was called a coon and a sexist. A coon and a sexist. Me. The one that is done women's boxing videos that nobody ever watches just for the sake of having it out there. Late to the show, but ready to go. What's going on? Stan Lyles said was someone who said that he wouldn't let you attack a young black girl. Yes, no, this is what they said, man. He said was this. He said, Shields will beat the brakes off breakers. Okay, that's fine. No, what they said was this. They said that I sound like a white man with all my sarcasm towards the young black woman, and that I was being misogynist because I said I didn't think Clarissa Shields could beat Keith Thurman because Clarissa Shields spars men. That's what was said. And my response was, Cecilia Brækhus is black. She's black as me. So I just defended, from what my eyes can see, I defended one black woman from what another black woman said. And if you think that Clarissa Shields can beat Keith Thurman, then she would be doing it. If Clarissa Shields herself believed that, she would be doing it. Why would she waste her time? If Clarissa Shields had the ability to beat Keith Thurman, why in the world would she waste her time with women's boxing? Because if she can beat Keith Thurman, then she's good enough to be a two-time unified world champion. She could be a unified world champion. If she could beat Keith Thurman, she could get a Manny Pacquiao fight. Why is she worrying about what Cecilia Braekhus' fight has? Call out Pacquiao. Go fight Pacquiao. Fight Adrian Broner. Because if you can beat, man, she could be the Billie Jean King of women's boxing if she believed that. But you know she don't believe that. You know she don't believe that. And you don't believe that. But y'all just want to talk to me and get mad at me. Man, please. Hey, man, look, man, it's been a light chat today, man. We got 211 in the building, man. Let's see if we get the likes over 200, man. Man, this is so irritating with my comment section in my thing on this other video. It's about the chief. What's that, Daryl Hodges? For now, before Clarissa Shields is over with you, will you be calling her the greatest boxer of all time? When her career when she gets to the point where I can say, where I think that, I will say that. When she gets to the point where I believe that, I will say that. Okay? I will say that. Let it play out, man. Let it play out. But until then, hey, I completely support her right to say that, or for her to believe that. That's cool. She should believe that. Oh, yeah. Oh, Franchon, is that the lady from South America? Hold on, let me see something. T-Rex, but it's not T-Rex anymore. It's the GWOAT. They need to change this. T-Rex the GWOAT. Oh, hold on, dog. Oh, she already beat that chick. Oh, they were both in their debut. Oh, they were both in their debut. Yeah, she beat that big girl. That's a big girl. That's why I didn't remember she fought her. Nah, the girl that I'd like to see the rematch with would be Hannah Gabriels from Costa Rica. That was a good fight, man, between her and Hannah Gabriels. Let me see. And that was in middleweight. That was good. Yeah, that's who she beat for the middleweight. I thought that was a good fight, man. I thought that was a good fight. Clarissa Shields definitely won. Yeah, Hannah Gabriels. Yeah, man. Hannah Gabriels. Hannah versus for Sean would be good. Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce her name. Yeah, they should rematch that. Shoot, that girl got a couple fights, but they were both in their debut. All Clarissa Shields fights were decent. Yeah, man, they're good. Clarissa Shields brings it. Clarissa Shields is good. Clarissa Shields trying to trying to go at you, man, and make it happen. So I'm 100% okay with watching Clarissa Shields. I support all Clarissa Shields fights. I've done videos for every Clarissa Shields fight. What is this? Oh, that's what's going on, man. Nobody told me, man. Hold on, man. Yeah, okay. Look, man, I'm gonna let y'all get to this press conference though. First off, I want to thank God. Hey, man, yeah. First off, I always do that, man. Danny Swift Garcia. That's what's up. Oh, no, I'm reading the wrong comment section. Damn, hold on. I was reading the Danny Swift Garcia press conference comment section, dog. I was like, why would somebody say that? There's a press conference on right now for them. Oh, you said fan perspective said for Sean just lost her belt to that big Brazilian dude. I mean, chick, yeah. That's a dang shame, dude. But hey, she fought somebody coming down from heavyweight to fight her. All right, man. But look, man, I'm gonna get out of here a little bit early, man. Hey, I appreciate everybody coming to the chat, man. And I appreciate everybody talking about Clarissa Shields. I want everybody to support Clarissa Shields in her career. I support Clarissa Shields in her career, man. He said, how many people are unaware Garcia was supposed to be fighting Spence? I don't know. I know it. And Ron Figgin said that dude's voice was deep. Max Kellerman in the Clarissa Shields interview acted like he didn't know what quote meant. He made it so that she would make the quote statement again. Oh, yeah, it's fine. I mean, dude, hey, look, if that's what she thinks she is, by all means, go out and prove it, man. I got no problems whatsoever. Hannah ain't fought since Shields. Nah, she hadn't. But that ain't, she got a little chunk of change, man. That's a pretty woman who I also consider to be a black woman. So hey, I believe in the diaspora. When I talk about black people and defending black women, I talk about the diaspora. Okay, if you on the continuum, dog, you get credit from me. I am not restrictive when it comes to that. So please, it is what it is. But anyway, look, man, I appreciate everybody that came today. We'll be back tomorrow. Thank you, everybody, for supporting the chat. And I'll get back with you tomorrow. With that, I'm out. Peace. Go to KC Boxing that is coming up next. Peace.